I have this Hyper Neo Geo 64, the driving board with Rhodes Edge, and what I'm trying to do is hook up a third-party GameCube controller I have. I figure the triggers, because they're both analog, can be, brake and gas, and then the left joystick could be the steering, and then, I'll do shifting and camera changing later, but I just want to see if I can get this working. And I haven't seen anyone else do that before. So I'm letting it boot up right now, and so this is going to be the first test to see if this will work, and then I'll wire up the rest of it. We'll see if this works. This is an MVS cabinet, but I just blocked did this little hack where I put a piece of paper to block pins 10 and 11 so that there's nothing going on with the audio amplifier in the left and the right, so there's no audio. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and insert a coin. And see if it starts when I press start button. Okay. Alright, it works. So I'm doing that with the analog stick. Uh-oh. Oh, I had the gas depreciated. So it was selecting everything automatically. So it looks like I'm going left a little bit. Analog sticks look like they, I mean the sliders for the gas looks like it works. Analog stick though is giving me some jitter. I'll have to figure that out, but proof of concept works. Had some issues. Basically, it came down to I didn't look at my own schematic, and I put the signal wire on the middle connector, and it wasn't working. The gas was working, but I think I bridged something, or I don't know. It was working originally, and that's why I did the same thing with everything else, and then it got all sorts of messed up. So now it works, and I'm going to start a game here and show you guys that it works. It pulls to the left a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. I'll have to button up my thing later, but I'm going to try to control this with one hand. So yeah, I mean, I'm controlling it with this. This is the confirm button, the OK. So I'm holding down the gas and I'm going straight, and then I let go and I'm coasting. You can see my miles per hour. I can turn. Oh, not going anymore. I can turn, and then if I brake, it slams on. You can see the skids. The proof of concept confirmed. If I was a little bit better, I could get the AB working for the shifting gears, but I could just play automatic. So I can button this up and play a game, I think, and it work. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do, because I haven't actually played a game on this yet. One more thing I wanted to show off with this controller mod thing is you might have to adjust the steering. That's represented by this. It should sit at 80 when it's not doing anything. And mine was sitting at like 88, and that's because I'm using a different controller than the original. So the way you get to that is first you got to get into this test mode, and the way you get there is by pressing the test button. Then once you're in there, you gotta select the input-output menu, and then you go to calibrate an analog device or something. So let me show you that. So once you get to the input-output test menu, you're just going to select analog device adjust, and then you're going to press the accelerator to select that, and then it's going to say keep your handle neutral and push the start button with your legs off the accelerator and the brake pedal. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Did that with my foot. And then you're good to go to press the accelerator. And then you can check the input again. Let me go ahead and do that. I gotta use a jumper because my buttons aren't working for shift up and shift down, but I can just do that by pressing the buttons with a jumper. Input test, and then now it should say accelerator and brakes bobbing a little bit, but that shouldn't matter. And then the handle is perfectly 80. It's not 88. It's not like 76. So all the way to the right, all the way to the left, and then 80 down in the middle. So yeah, there you go. So I thought I would show you my schematic in a little bit more detail here, and then kind of explain what I've got going on here. Basically, these numbers on the JST21 pin connector represent these, and then there's some more I didn't fill in. It's not that big of a deal. And then where everything goes. So you're going to want your 16 to go to some sort of ground, and I actually didn't wire it up to any of these. There was just a ground kind of like up here somewhere, so I just wired it up to there. And then you're going to want to put your 5-volt 15 to your far right pin on one of your sliders. I call them sliders. They're sliding potentiometers, and this should be 5 volts, but whatever. This is your power line, and then you're going to want to make sure that those are both connected. On mine, they were, so I didn't need to bridge it or anything. So I just put the one red line here, and then it worked. And then I just did the signal. So 17 goes to the far left on the left slider, and then 14 goes to the far left on the right slider. And so 14 is gas, and 17, it doesn't say it, is brake. And then 12 is going towards the middle one on the horizontal potentiometer, and that's the one that when you move the analog stick left and right, because that's how you're going to want to turn your car, that's the potentiometer that moves. So the middle one on that one is your signal. And then you can ignore this 11 if you were like hooking this up to an actual arcade control panel. They separate all of them, but I learned that you could just do one 5-volt line, and as long as this is connected to this somewhere, it shouldn't matter. If you connect up 11 to this, it shouldn't matter. And then same with the ground. The ground was all connected on all of them, so it didn't matter. And then you're just gonna want to these are pretty simple. Just your signal from your button to 3 and 4, which is shift down and shift up. And I figured that works pretty good because, A is going to shift up and B is going to shift down. I'm doing mine on automatic, so I don't care. And then I figured I'd do up and down for view 1 and view 2, and on mine, they were on the other side, so I wrote that down like that, but I didn't end up wiring that up. The only thing I wired up is this, and this, and that's all you need for playing Road's Edge. If you wanted to navigate the menus, you kind of need to wire these up, which is kind of annoying. Not the menus in Road's Edge, but the menus to put it onto free play and to calibrate the center like I showed you before. So hopefully that clears that up and you can wire up your own controller. I think Gamecube works pretty well.